Indians have once again stormed the streets of New Delhi to protest against the raping of a 20-year-old girl by 12 men in a village in West Bengal. The act is reported to have been ordered by the village council after the young girl was having an affair with a man from another community. We have more on that in this report by CFI.
An act of misogynist barbarity has been committed in India. This 20-year-old woman rushed to hospital has just been raped by 12 men who were ordered to do so in Sobalpur, a village in West Bengal. Arrested along with her lover for being romantically involved with a member of a different community, they were both tied to trees on the village square. When they were unable to pay a €300 fine, the head of the village council ordered the members of the board to punish the girl by raping her.
She is normal. I have already told she is stable, so she is taking her food and other fluids also.
The rapists and head of the village council were immediately arrested and on Thursday evening appeared before a court that refused to free them.
No one has the right to order a woman's rape. This is unlawful, and those responsible for the crime should be punished. The victim should be given justice.
Haunted by the death in December 2012 of a student who also endured a gang rape, the political leadership is reacting.
I think this is absolutely inhuman, and it is completely outrageous and preposterous, to say the least. In a democratic country based upon the rule of law, no vigilantism can be permitted.
However, despite the toughening of laws to alter such barbaric behavior towards women, the number of sexual crimes in India continues to increase.
Egyptians woke up to 3 major explosions that killed 4 and injured 7 others. The first bomb went off at the police headquarters in Cairo and another at a local museum. As we hear in this report, supporters of General Abdul Fattah al-Sisi are pointing accusing fingers at loyalists of the Muslim Brotherhood and called for their punishment.
Rocked Cairo Friday morning. The intended target, security forces. The first hit the police general headquarters. A suicide bomber drove his van full of explosives through the gate, killing 4 and wounding at least 70. Everybody heard it and ran to the scene. That's when the television began speaking of an attack. They said there was a car bomb explosion in front of the prefecture of police. Whoever did that should be hanged. And the government should show no leniency. The blast not only damaged the police station, but tore at the nearby Museum of Islamic Art as well. The Minister of Antiquities visited the site and pointed his finger at the Muslim Brotherhood.
After 3 weeks of negotiations, South Sudanese rebels and government officials have struck a ceasefire agreement on Thursday in the Ethiopian capital Addis Ababa. The move is expected to pave the way for national reconciliation, and the president of Madagascar, André Rajoelina, has symbolically stepped down ahead of the inauguration of elected successors this Sunday. For more on these and other stories, we turn to this African News Roundup by CFI.
Sudan's government and rebels signed a ceasefire agreement on Thursday after 3 weeks of negotiations in Addis Ababa, ending over 1 month of intense fighting. The agreement includes a verification and monitoring mechanism for the ceasefire and paves the way for a serious national political dialogue. But it does not guarantee the end of the crisis. Madagascar leader André Rajoelina stepped down Friday, symbolically handing over power ahead of his elected successor's inauguration on Saturday. President-elect Henri Rajoelina was elected last December 20th. There are cautious hopes that Rajoelina's exit will end a political and economic crisis that has cost the island around €1 billion in growth. Rajoelina will likely remain a powerful figure and has offered to become prime minister. An angry mob in Nigeria attacked 7 men suspected of breaking Islamic law banning homosexuality after a court hearing in the northern state of Kano. Nigeria banned gay marriage this month and same-sex unions, threatening stiff penalties for anyone found supporting gay groups or clubs.
This is yet another act against homosexuals, which was signed by the president. It has to be implemented. People caught breaking this law must be prosecuted accordingly.
Tunisian lawmakers will vote Saturday on adopting a long-delayed new constitution more than 3 years after the revolution. The text must be approved by at least 145 of the 217 members of the assembly to be adopted. If that fails, then it will be put to a referendum. Political parties hope to avoid that outcome to be able to hold legislative and presidential elections this year and end the political crisis plaguing Tunisia. The constitution confirms Islam as the official religion, but does not impose Sharia law, making Tunisia the first Arab democracy.
We now take our second break. Welcome back. The Sussex over 50s are back in the Gambia. The group brought with them valuable cricket materials worth thousands of pounds sterling. The items include bats, mats and boots and are meant to help in the development of the cricket in the Gambia. Babukar Senghor reports.
Over 50's latest visit to the Gambia. Janida has seen the group build fruitful partnership with the Gambia Cricket Association. The team returned to the Gambia with cricket materials meant for players who are aiming to represent the country in forthcoming international games.
It's very clear because they're the main sponsor for equipment for Gambian cricket. They are the main sponsor. Like you said, over 7,000–8,000 pounds sterling worth of equipment that was bought this time. And what we need, he brought in what we need most. These are the cricket boots the team is going to wear in South Africa in March, which we don't have in this country. And these are new cricket boots with spikes and studs.
Cricket has seen an upward turn in fortune in recent times, rekindling memories of the 60s and 70s when the game dominated the Gambian sporting scene. To reach those dizzying heights will require some efforts, something the cricket veteran from the United Kingdom says is a realistic target for the Gambia Cricket Association.
Brilliant. I mean, some of the kids I've seen, I've been more than impressed. They have played cricket at a very high standard, but there's not many of them. But they need to be the better players need to be taken aside and coached to a higher level because they have the potential, but they just need more of an opportunity or more of a coaching to take them forward.
After spending much of the past year building the capacities of cricketers through vital lectures and training programs, the focus for the new year, Johnny Gomez says, will center on building on the momentum through periodic tournaments.
So also the flights also, the tour operators will be involved. But it's not unfortunate, tour operators and hotels, they want to take them to safaris. Well, these guys are coming for cricket, they should understand that. Sure. And you can have it. People want to come to the Gambia, but it has to be sold out. It has to be the tourism department also with tour operators and also flight operators. This will help us. We want to, it is good. Cricket tourism should be a good boost to help us with a standard. To help the boys to play. Like Ochi Akiwale said also, we're looking for finance and sponsor to get a DSTV, where we can have these cricket matches, which we can copy them and give to the kids. Working towards that, we're looking for help and sponsor. And I believe this year, by the gates, inshallah, we'll have a DSTV sponsor and we'll be having these tapes for the kids, for them to watch and see.
One of the ways, I think, as you know here, we look here, you've got a climate for cricket. Unlike other sports, this is a country, at this time of year, the sun shines every day, which is what cricket needs. And my biggest regret is that there's no cricket tourism in Gambia. If you could persuade cricket teams from other parts of Europe or even the world to come here, they would raise the standard of cricket.
Thank you, Sussex over 50s and 60s, the banner says. a timely reminder of what has been a moment of returning gratitude to a true friend. For Grts Sport, this is Baukar.